जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जन शोदनन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना यमुनातिरावनचारि यमुनातिरावनचारि। जय राधा माधव कुञ्ज बिहारी गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदनन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातिरावनचारि यमुनातिरावनचारि। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Shri Prabhupada की जय गौर भक्तवृंद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। So today we are reading from Shrimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 19, verse number 33 and 34. येषां संस्मरणात् पुंसां श्रद्धया शुध्यन्ति वै गृहा किं पुनर्दर्शनस्पर्शा पादशौचासनादिभिः। येषां संस्मरणात् पुंसां श्रद्धया शुध्यन्ति वै गृहा किं पुनर्दर्शनस्पर्शा पादशौचासनादिभिः। येषां of whom samsmaranat by remembrance pumsam of a person, sadhyaha instantly, shuddhyanti cleanses, vai certainly, griha all houses, kim what, puna then, darshana meeting, sparsha touching, pada the feet, saucha washing, ashana adi bhi by offering a seat, adi bhi etc. So this is Parikshit Maharaj glorifying Sukadev Goswami. And he is telling um, the remembrance of a pure devotee of the Lord can completely cleanse one's heart. The remembrance of a pure devotee of the Lord is so purifying. Um, Whatever qualities are described for Lord Sri Krishna, the same qualities applies also to pure devotees of the Lord. The name of Krishna is all purifying. The pure devotees, the names of pure devotees of the Lord are also all purifying. The remembrance of Krishna is all purifying. The remembrance of pure devotees of Krishna is also all purifying. Um, 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 so here Sukadev Goswami is here. Parikshit Maharaj is telling um, some some smaranat. Smaran is remembrance. Some smaranat is by remembrance. Shuddhayanti, the heart become cleansed. What to speak about darshan if one sees a pure devotee? Sparsha if one touches a pure devotee. Pada shaucha if one washes the feet of pure devotee. Asana if one offer a seat to pure devotee. Adibhi and anything else. What to speak about so many ways to interact with pure devotees when just the darshan of a pure devotee is absolutely purified. Simply by remembering you, our houses become instantly sanctified. And what to speak of seeing you, touching you, washing your lotus feet, and offering you a seat in our home. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The importance of holy places of pilgrimage is due to presence of great sages and saints. This is what makes the holy place further holy. Is the presence of great sages and saints. There is also a verse which says one should go to holy places for the sake of associating with the saints and hearing from the saints. Holy places without the association of saints is not pleasing to devotees. Um, there is one example that comes to my mind is Raghunath Das Goswami. When Rup and Sanatan Goswami left, Raghunath Das Goswami staying at Radhakund on the bank of Govardhan, all those things were eating him because of the absence of the divine presence of Rup and Sanatan Goswami. So when we go to a holy place and we are all by ourselves, we we are all by ourselves. Um, we will not have the same experience as if we go and we have association of pure saints there, seeing the pure saints performing kirtan in their presence. It's so much wonderful. Also, it is mentioned in scriptures. Um, the saints and sages they purify even the holy places. It is also said when anyone goes to holy places, they leave their karma in those places. And it is the saints who are living there, they absorb and burn that karma that visitors come and live at those holy places. So saints and sages, they maintain the purity and they further purify also the place of pilgrimage. So Prabhupada here says the importance of holy places of pilgrimage is due to the presence of great sages and saints. And in ISKCON, we have these wonderful opportunities of various yatras that these pure devotees arranges. When we go to them, we get a chance to hear from them, to associate with them, at the same time to see all the holy places like Vrindavan, Mayapur, and Jagannath Puri. It is said that sinful persons go to the holy places and leave their sins there to accumulate. We just discussed this. But the presence of great saints disinfects the accumulated sins. So sins are like disinfectants are like they remove the bacterias. So when people go, they leave their sins there. Their sins accumulate, and the sages and saints there they disinfects them, and thus the holy places continue to remain sanctified by the grace of devotees and saints present there. so they remain always pure, because the pure devotees nullify those. If such saints appear in the homes of worldly people, certainly the accumulated sins of such worldly enjoyers become neutralized. When the saints, that's why there is so much emphasis on hosting pure devotees of the Lord. Just by opening our home, when they enter our home, whatever accumulated sins are there, they all become neutralized. The whole environment becomes neutralized. Um, Therefore, the holy saints actually have no self interest with the householders. They don't go to householders for seeking any form of gratification. They have no interest. One example comes to my mind is Sukadev Goswami would go and he would stay at the house of a householder as as much time as it take to milk a cow. Like few minutes he would stay at each home. And Prabhupada also says that these traveling saints, they go to enlighten um, um, uh, other people who may be very much absorbed in daily routine work and may not have given thought of the actual purpose of life. So these saints, they go and they enlighten, and they don't stay for long. They stay for a very short time, as much as needed to give the transcendental knowledge. The saints, they have no personal motive in their mind whatsoever, but they go only for the welfare of others. Therefore, the holy saints actually have no self interest with the householders. The only aim of such saints is to sanctify the houses of the householders. And the householders, therefore, should feel grateful when such saints and sages appear at their doors. The householder who dishonor such holy orders is a great offender. Naturally, one must respect all devotees of the Lord, and one must not neglect them. Um, uh, uh, just neglecting a saint also constitutes an offense. Just neglecting, just not greeting a saint in itself. It is enjoined, therefore, that a householder who does not bow down before a saint at once must undergo fasting for the day in order to neutralize the great offense. It is said the householder, this what I've heard specifically for sannyasis, and the householder, as soon as they see a sannyasi, they immediately should bow down. And I've heard spiritual master, we should bow down even if we see our spiritual master 10 times in a day, we should bow down 10 times in a day. And Prabhuji should pay obeisances Shashtang, and Mataji should pay Panchang. And they should offer obeisances 10 times a day. But other sannyasis, um, we offer obeisances the first time we see it in a day, every day. Now we go to the second verse. Sannidhyate mahayogin पातकानि महान्त्यपि सद्यो नश्यन्ति वैपुंसां विष्णुरिव सुरेतरा सान्निध्याते महायोगिन् पातकानि महान्त्यपि सद्यो नश्यन्ति वैपुंसां विष्णुरिव सुरेतरा. Sanidhyat, on account of the presence, te, your, Mahayogin, O great mistake, Patakani, sins, Mahanti, invulnerable, Api, in spite of, Sadhya, immediately, Nashyanti, vanquished, Vai, certainly, Pumsam, of a person, Vishnu, like the presence of the personality of Godhead, Iva, like, Sura Itaraha, other than the demigods. Just as the atheist cannot remain, just as the atheist cannot remain in the presence of the personality of Godhead, so also the invulnerable sins of a man are immediately vanquished in your presence, O saint, O great mystic. Again, Parikshit Maharaj glorifying Sukadev Goswami. Um, Atheists cannot remain in the presence of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Um, we'll see more in the purport. Likewise, invulnerable sins of a man are immediately vanquished in your presence. O Saint, O great mystic. Okay, let's read the purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There are two classes of human beings, namely the atheist and the devotee of the Lord. The devotee of the Lord, because of manifesting godly qualities, is called a demigod. Um, they are called Sura. There is Sura and Asura. Sura are demigods or Jiva Tattvas, basically, demigods. Sura or believer of God, they are called Sura. Um, and the devotee of the Lord, they manifest all the godly qualities. That is why also they are called Suras. Whereas the atheist is called a demon. Many um, the path of devotional service is so wonderful. All purification, all good qualities naturally manifest in the heart of a Vaishnava who practice devotional service. There is no extra endeavor required to develop great qualities, whether it is gratitude, humility, um, uh, patience, tolerance, steadiness, equanimity, equal vision. There are so many qualities of a Vaishnava. These qualities cannot be mimicked. We can mimic at some point of time, we may be successful, other point of time, our mind may change, the qualities may not manifest. Um, it is the glory of the path of devotional service. Um, one should not become proud of any qualities one may possess, knowing that these qualities are not my property. Whatever, whatever, um, whatever, anything good I have is actually the mercy of the holy name, the mercy of devotional service, the mercy of Vaishnavas. We are only, we are, it shows that we are completely dependent on the Lord. It is the Lord who is imparting those qualities, and those qualities must be used not for one's self-aggrandizement, but those qualities which are imparted by the Lord and the devotees should be used only and only in the service of Lord and His devotees, only in their service. So that is the difference between a devotee of the Lord is they manifest all godly qualities, whereas demons are atheists. The demon cannot stand the presence of Vishnu, the personality of Godhead. The demon are always busy in trying to vanquish the personality of Godhead. So demons are those who are envious of God, or they cannot stand anybody speaking about God. Anybody speaking about God, they become uncomfortable and they try to defend. Um, um, so they are demons actually who cannot stand God, who cannot hear about Him, who cannot tolerate God. But they are so full of themselves that they themselves take great pleasure in glorifying themselves. They speak about themselves, they love hearing others speaking about themselves, but they cannot stand the glories of Lord or glories of Lord's pure devotees. They retaliate. They are they are completely self-centric demons. So the demons are always busy in trying to vanquish the personality of Godhead. But factually, as soon as the personality of Godhead appears, by either his transcendental name, form, attributes, pastimes, paraphernalia, or variegatedness, the demon is at once vanquished. They cannot stand in front of the Lord. Like it is said, Hiranyakashipu was very, very powerful by his austerities. But as soon as Lord Nrsimhadev appeared, Hiranyakashipu, everything was diminished. It's like a flame in front of blazing fire, or like a spark. That's all. Um, mm, mm, um, but factually, as soon as the personality of Godhead appears, by either his transcendental name, form, attributes, pastimes, paraphernalia, or variegatedness, the demon is at once vanquished. It is said that the ghost cannot remain as soon as the holy name of the Lord is chanted. Wherever the holy name of the Lord is chanted, the ghosts become scared and they run away. The demons also become scared and they run away. The great saints and devotees of the Lord are in the list of his paraphernalia. Um, uh, it's called Tadiya, and Tadiya includes the saints and devotees. And as soon as that's why it is said Krishna is never alone. Krishna is always with his Tadiya. Um, Thus, as soon as a saintly devotee is present, the ghostly sins are at once vanquished. Um, uh, okay. So just like how a demon cannot stand in front of the Lord, or is vanquished or runs away, he cannot stand. There are stories where somebody wanted to kind of rob, and he took a gun um, um, to shoot at the devotee. Um, um, because the devotee saw the face and he robbed all the money devotee had. Then the devotee started chanting, Ugram Viram Namaha Vishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukham, and the demon immediately became very uncomfortable and he ran away. So in that way, a demon cannot stand in front of the Lord. Um, Even when the holy names, very divine holy names are going on, a demon or an atheist will become very uncomfortable. A devotee will find great peace in that, great love, great joy. A demon will become uncomfortable. So demons cannot stand the presence of the name of the Lord, the form of the Lord, the qualities of the Lord. They become very uncomfortable. A demon, when they see somebody better than them, they become uncomfortable. Um, they cannot stand amongst the quality of the Lord. And one of them they cannot stand is paraphernalia. Paraphernalia includes the saints and devotees of the Lord. Um, so the ghostly sins are at once vanquished. That is the verdict of all Vedic literatures. One is recommended, therefore, to associate only with saintly devotees, so that worldly demons and ghosts cannot exert their sinister influence. If we associate only with devotees, then the evil qualities will not come. Even if they are there, they'll be vanquished. Um, the association of saintly devotees is very powerful. Just by seeing a picture of a pure devotee of the Lord is so purifying. Um, just to remember, either while chanting or any point of time, just to remember a pure devotee is so purifying. Everything, one thing that scripture says, a devotee of the Lord is dear to all living entities. And a devotee of the Lord is dear to all living entities. And we see that quality in pure devotees. Okay, so I would like to end here. If there is anything anybody want to ask or say. Okay. Thank you for joining. Vanchakalpatarubhesha kripa sindhubheva patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.